Not a lot of people have landlines these days, and if you do, that could be a system. Some people could say that's their primary means of communication to the outside world, by landline. Others may say it's my cell phone. Maybe they're interchangeable, maybe they're together, I don't know. But your primary communication system is probably one of these two, phone or a landline. If one of those go out, now what? What do you do to communicate with the outside world to have communications? Two systems a lot of people go to for an alternate system are CB radios and, even better, ham radio. Now, why do you say, whoa, CB ham radio? Well, CB radios work off of a certain radio wave or length that can be compromised, where a ham radio, that's a whole nother dynamic. You have to actually have a license for a ham radio, and it's pretty significant. I played around with it a little bit as a kid. My neighbor was a ham radio operator, and they're both very good systems. Better have one or the other. Next line of communication, is probably walkie-talkies, long-range walkie-talkies, or some other kind of way of communicating. Now, we're just talking general communications via like a phone system. And what's your emergency plan? Well, it could be you're down to a runner. Maybe you have carrier pigeons, you can send them off with little notes on them. But all kidding aside, you may be by foot. Hey, go check on Dr. Bob 2 doors down there, little Johnny, and take your teddy bear with you so you feel comfortable, but go see if he's okay and go let him know, hey, we're out of sugar and I'm baking cookies for you. So you get my point. You have to have, if it's an emergency, it could be as much as, when I was a kid, we had tin cans, and we'd have a can and there'd be a string on it. And I literally had one go all the way over to my one neighbor's house and one to my other friend's house, and we could talk to each other. Rudimentary, but it could be a system when you're trying to stay hunkered down. So that's kind of some communication systems. There are other systems out here, and here we go, another one. This could be part of your plan, a sat phone. These are very handy. We talk about these during maybe your bug out bag, but why not have one in your home? Another source of communication. This here is the Gen X. This is a great device. I recommend it always for people that are going out into the wild, the backcountry, if you're backcountry skiing or backpacking, if you're a through hiker and you're hiking, or even if you're out on the ocean. Like, you hit this emergency button, this will send a grid coordinate to your exact location up to the sky and hit the satellites and alert the whole emergency system. You're going to have helicopters, boats, whatever it is, come to your location if you're in danger. If you're lost, seriously injured, you need help. I think if you push that button and they come a-running and it's a false alarm, it's going to cost you about $25K, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it's a pretty significant number. But with this one, the reason I'm mentioning this now is you can actually send text messages and get communications with people through text. That's what makes this one's really good. And then there's this little brother here. Now, this one here is the Spot Gen 4. It's a very similar device, but this is that simple that you push this button, if you're in an emergency situation, they come a-running. So those are good devices if you're out there just in normal life to help you out. But in this kind of a situation, you may need help. What if people were storming your home and you push that button and here comes the cavalry? They start hearing all these sirens, maybe they'll run. And then you can worry about paying the bill later, right?